guys, Lily here, and sorry about my voice, but I'm kind of with a cold right now, so yeah, it's gonna be kind of nosy. So the theme this month, as you guys could see from the beginning, is Slytherin, and that's because that's my house in Hogwarts. Like, I took the test and everything, and I actually struggled with my house identity for a very long time because in the books it's all about like, oh, the bad guys and the human trash is always on Slytherin and they're bad and they're mean and they're evil. But my house of Hogwarts is not like that, and to celebrate it I decided to do this bullet journal theme, and I'm kind of in love with it, guys. And as you can see, I kept it kind of simple, but I like it that way. I don't like very detailed kind of illustrations and bullet journal spreads, and so this really works for me. I drew the silhouette of the Hogwarts castle, and I think that turned out really nice, and it's not very hard to do because I thought about drawing the whole castle, but so many details, and architecture drawing is not my strong point, so I was like, the silhouette will do, and it will look really cool and graphic, which is my kind of style, like very graphic designs. So I thought, why not? So now I'm just filling it in with a black Tombow brush, and this took me quite a while. It's just fast here because I put it to like 5 times the actual speed, and that's because I was so afraid of messing it up because it's a dark color, so it would be pretty obvious. So I took my time and I took a lot of care so that it wouldn't go past the lines. And my tip for that is for you to just draw one single line. Just don't go like with a lot of movements, because in that way you lose control. And then I added the house colors on those banners and in that flag that I drew up there. And also took a lot of care because a lot of details went into this. And then I chose this green color, but you will see that there are other tones of green throughout the bullet journal spreads. I just thought this was nice because it wasn't too dark, but yeah, I'm also painting the little banners down there. And then I wanted to look like parchment because the Hogwarts acceptance letters looked like parchment, and so that's why I decided to do the banners looking like that. And then just adding in the color on the details for the Slytherin logo. And I went with the same green. I debated a lot over it, but I thought, less is more. But the gray color is actually different. And then I was ready to leave this page, the monthly spread, but I decided to add some drop shadows on the little squares because, it was kind of looking bare, and like I didn't put that much effort into it. So yeah, I just put that on every single box, and yeah, that's a very tedious process, but you gotta do what you gotta do, and it looks nice, so I really liked how this turned out. And then now you guys are seeing my habit tracker, and I'm so proud of this particular bullet journal spread because the house points system was actually something I enjoyed a lot when I was reading the books and when I watched the movies. To be honest, I prefer the books much more than I do the movies because I didn't even finish watching all the movies, but I thought it was a great idea for a habit tracker. And at first I was really intimidated about doing it because it's so full of detail, and I thought, oh my god, it's gonna take me so long, and I might have to draw it really huge so that I have the space to do all the little lines. But I found a way to kind of simplify it so it wouldn't be a pain in the ass to draw it out. and I actually divided each square from the dotted paper into half, so I have 30 days, which is the number of days of the month. And I'm gonna just track 4 habits, because I think that's actually the best for me, because when I track a lot of habits, I usually just give up on half of them, because it's so hard keeping track of all of these things and all of these new things you want to develop. And I'm actually kind of against doing that. Like when you try to tackle a lot of objectives all at the same time, a lot of goals at the same time, you end up getting none of them done. And so I think 4 is like an acceptable number, so that worked out pretty nicely for me. And I actually forgot like some lines up there, but I'm gonna go fill them out later. And then at the bottom, I'm just putting some more banners with the name of the habits that I want to keep track of. And then I'm just coloring in the parchment paper as well. And yeah, I really liked this color for the paper because it looks like it's old. Did the same for the banners down there. And then I know that the house points thingamajig is actually gold, but it didn't go with the theme of Slytherin, and so I actually changed it for this gray color, and I think it still turned out pretty nice. And then on top I picked up the house colors, and then I colored in as if there were like the little jewels that will drop every time they have some new house points. And on the right I have this quote page that I really liked how it turned out. I just looked for an image reference on Pinterest for someone holding a wand, and then I drew that, and then I put a little sweeping banner thing, and I think it looks awesome. I love drawing hands, and I know that a lot of people hate it, but I think they're so interesting and they're like so pretty, so I really enjoyed drawing it. And then I just put the quote in that banner that wraps around the wand, and it's by Ronald Dahl, and it says, "Those who don't believe in magic will never find it," which I totally agree, and it goes really well with the theme, so I was really happy with the result of this page. And then I'm just adding in a green color on top just to stay on brand with the Slytherin theme, as if someone was just about to do some magic with their wand. And then I'm just adding the same color that I used for all of those other banners because I think it looks like parchment, it looks nice. And then I decided to go with the black color for the wand because maybe I could use a brown, but the color palette would be messed up, so yeah. And now I'm on to my weekly spread, and I kept it pretty simple because in this week I am going to have 2 tests, so there won't be much time for anything else other than studying for me, if I'm really honest. I just kept the weather tracker and the step 1 tracker, and I kept them really small, and I also made them look like old paper, and I really like the detail of that. And then I'm just adding in the weekdays, and I'm just writing it down with a very simple letter, because I don't like overly decorated things. So if I'm already doing a lot of details on the banners and the little papers on the side, I don't want to overwhelm myself And then at the bottom I actually drew a little scarf, you know. And now I'm showing you my brand new sticker set from Slytherin. I'm actually working on the new houses stickers as we speak, and I actually have finished Ravenclaw, and I still have to do the Hufflepuff and Gryffindor houses. And I really loved how this turned out. I think it's really cute, and the link to my Etsy store will be down below, so if you want to check it out, the link is there. And then I'm just dividing the weekdays with the green Tombow brush and adding some more drop shadows on this darker green as well. And this is it, guys. I hope you really liked it. I loved this theme. And let me know down below if you have any suggestions and ideas for videos and for bullet journal themes. I'd love to hear you guys out and like get some inspiration. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe down here, and I will see you guys next week. Bye bye.